Okay, so today we are going to learn about scheming and scanning. Okay, so can I start the class? Okay, so what is scheming? So today we are going to learn about scheming and scanning. Okay, so first question is what is scheming and what is scanning? And the second question is how do we apply scheming and scanning in learning? Okay, so what is scheming? Okay, scheming means when you rapidly move your eyes over a text with the purpose of getting only the main ideas and a general overview of the content. Sometimes when we are reading, we have a lot of things to read, but we do not have time to read every piece of detail from the text. That's why we apply scheming. Okay?
Oh, okay, sir.
We scheme because we want to get the main ideas and the general overview of something. Okay, it's very useful when you are reviewing something. Sometimes when it's not only for secondary school, when you go to university or college, when you read something and they want you to summarize something, or you are asked to give a review on something on a book that you read, you need you need to use scheming because let's say the novel that you learn is we didn't mean to go to sea. There is a novel that you learn in form 3. Okay? But after you read for the first time, and for the second time your teacher asks you to write a review on the novel. So how are you going to do? You are not going to read the novel again, but you use scheming. You look through the text briefly, but to get a main idea and a general overview of what book is about. And sometimes when you have a lot of things to read, you have a lot of things to read, so you can practice quick reading. So it's also the same as scheming. Okay, what is scanning? Scanning is what you have practiced since young. You locate a specific fact or piece of information without reading the entire article. Scheming and scanning is only for reading. So when you read, like for example, when you're reading a comprehension, but you when you are in the exam, you're not going to read that passage over a few times, where depending on the question. So you scan for the answers. Okay? So sometimes you must be willing to skip over large sections of the text without reading or understanding them. You just need to locate some specific information. Like for example, the question is asking you about um, the character Mary. So maybe you just focus on the story where they talk about Mary. Okay? Now, so in PT3, in your opinion, do you practice scheming or scanning when you are answering the reading paper? Right?
Skimming.
Are you sure you practice scheming? What do you practice? Do you really, do you only read, do you only scan or do you scheme? Okay, usually students, you scan. so that you want to get some information. So now today we are going to learn. So now you are going
So
to.
now,
So now you are going to. I'm going to teach you how to scan and how to scheme. Okay. So how do you scheme a text? Firstly, you just read the title and all the subtitles and the subheadings to find out what the text is about. Later, I will show you an example. After that, if there are illustrations, look at it to give you more information about the topic. And last, following that, you just need to read the first and last sentence of each paragraph. If the paragraph is long, you just read the first and last sentence. After that, do not read every word or every sentence. Okay? You just let your eyes skim over the text and look out for keywords. And you just continue to think about the meaning of the text. Yes, Tanush, what is your question? Okay. Tanush, no question, right?
no question.
Because you raised your hand, I thought you have a question.
I raised my hand.
Yeah, you raised your hand.
How?
Don't worry, that's not something. Okay. Next, how do you scan? Scanning is something that we have always practiced. Don't try to read every word, but you move quickly across the page until you find what you are looking for. Okay? Use clues on the page, such as headings and titles to help you. Sometimes they will give you hints. Okay. Level 1 scanning. Look at this question and tell me. I'll give you 10 seconds. Tell me what's the answer. Raif,
C.
what is your answer?
C.
See? How do you know? Which part tells you the answer?
Please take out the garbage. The first thing.
The first, so Sashi's older brother wrote the note. Why do I hear people shouting? Okay, so the answer is Tanush. And not Tanush, Raif.
Answer is
Yes.
What is your answer?
answer is A. A.
Yeah.
Because you
Oh, but the
help,
answer is
you help with the house chores. Are you sure? Are you sure?
no, sir. I skimmed the test and I saw garbage and then I saw garbage down there. So I just took garbage. I didn't read it properly at all.
This is scanning. I'm talking about scanning.
But I accidentally skimmed it.
Ah,
Skimmed it.
so work harder. Let's look at the next question.
Yeah.
Okay. Next question. Danish, what is your answer?
C.
Hello, yes, who is this? Okay, you bisa sampaikan? Okay, okay, okay. Iya, saya tahu loh, bisa jalur jawab. Lô Kiều bác hay là Hải á? Yeah. Ý, cái sao giờ hai tôi nhìn cho Lô Kiều này lặng bộ. Ai lặng lại không? Đi, QA service. Đi về tăng nhịp nha. Ủa, quá bị hỏi đi. What the gosh yeah, yeah. Okay, sorry, I have some errands to do. Okay, so Danish correct. Answer is C. Okay. Next question. Okay. Shalini, what is your answer? Shalini?
Yeah.
Hey.
No. This drama is actually C. Promote use remote cars model.
Promote use of remote control car models. Look carefully. Okay. Look carefully. What is this? This is a garage sale. So, what is the function of a garage sale?
B.
It's to raise money. It's not to promote. No, it's to carefully. It's a garage sale.
Teacher,
Yes?
normally what people put in garage?
No. This is, you know what is a garage sale? A garage sale means you sell something in your garage.
But yeah, that's what I'm asking. What is in the garage?
Sometimes you sell the things that you do not want, like second-hand things, and people will visit your garage and buy things from there.
Okay.
Means
Like how?
it's usually in the West. Okay. Sometimes you have a lot of things. Let's say you have a lot of clothes. Okay. But where do you sell them? So you go to you use your house compound or sometimes a garage to sell things. And this garage, they are selling what? They are selling the used remote control mini models. Okay. So this is okay. I think okay. If you have no problem, please turn off your mic. Your mic is quite loud. Okay.
Right.
So let's running out of time.
ரெண்டுமே இல்ல நான் கண்ணி எப்பதான் வச்சிருக்கான் வெட்டிதானே இருக்கும் கண்ணி எப்ப வச்சிருக்கான்
அந்த துணி இருக்குல்ல.
Okay. We'll skip this. It's not the main focus of today. Now, okay. So now you need to scan this first. Everyone, scan through this school prospectus. Okay, done? Okay. So now this is the question. Okay. What was the question? Oh, scanning. Okay, wait. Scanning. Scanning. Okay, look at the first question here. If your child is ill, who should you telephone? Okay, usually when you scan, we will look at the question first and only we'll look at the text. Okay, now these are the 5 questions that we are going to look at today. Now, the first question, if your child is ill, who should you telephone? Okay, I will go back. Okay, if your child, so who should you telephone?
The school office.
The school office. Okay, let's look at the second question. Which school year does this prospectus relate to? Okay, which school year? Okay, the keyword is which school year?
2010 to 2011.
So now I see scanning is usually more easy. Okay, now let's look at question number 5. Question number 5 is easier. Can girls wear stud earrings? Okay,
No.
so they can't wear stud earrings, okay? They're asking about girls, so look at the part talking about girls only. Okay,
Where one
don't,
is start earring?
But bottom there got they write there girls may wear studs, right?
where is it?
Footwear and
Yeah,
accessories.
they can, footwear, accessory.
And
Girls
then,
wear studs.
no time where starch must be removed for P. Okay, then I think, yeah, I overlooked that. Okay, so you have 2 parts that you need to scan for. Firstly, okay, because you're talking about girls, so firstly, I assume that I need to read the girl part and look carefully at the second keyword, starts, okay? Did they mention about starts anywhere? So this is basically about scanning. Next, okay, scheming is easier. Okay, now, so when you scheme, what did I say? Okay, ignore the heading. I think it's wrong. Okay, so it should be scheming. Now, when you scheme, what do you look at? Firstly, you look at pictures,
Title.
headings. Okay, look at the heading. And for every paragraph, you just need to read the first and last sentence. Okay? So, have you finished scheming this part? Done? Okay. I'm going to move on. Okay. Let's look at the questions. Okay, this is the second part. Like what I say, look at the headings and look at the first and last line of every paragraph. Okay, so done. I'm sure we have done scheming. Okay, now let's look at the question. Okay, is the prospectus aimed at children or parents? Ashmita, is the prospectus aimed at children or parents?
I can't see anything.
Can't see anything. Question is there.
Yeah, okay, now I can see. Is children?
You know what is a prospectus?
I don't know.
Okay, a does anyone know what is a prospectus?
Is
No.
it like rules?
Prospectus is like a catalog. So when you want to, because this is a school prospectus. So when you maybe I'm a parent and I do not know whether I want to enter this school or not. I want to know more about this school. So I will look at the prospectus, like what the school is about. Okay, what will the students do? How are the students like in the school? This is what we call a prospectus. Okay, so do you think that this prospectus is it aimed at children or parents? Usually, when you want to pick a school, who will make the decision?
Parents.
Parents. So this prospectus is actually aimed for parents. Okay, just now you have read the prospectus. Let's look at question number 2. Will you use the prospectus to find the directions to the school? Did they mention anything about finding directions to the school?
No.
No. Finding out what time the school opens. Did they mention about that? Did they mention about anything about the time?
No.
No. Can you find out about the school uniform?
Yeah.
So this is what we meant by scheming. You only look at the headings or what. Okay, now let's look at one last question since we are running out of time. Okay. Does the prospectus give details of the curriculum? Just now. Did they mention about the details of the curriculum?
Yeah.
Really?
No.
Okay, now let's go back. So, scheme again. They talk about the illness, holidays, school uniform, and extracurricular. So, did they mention about the curriculum?
Yes.
No, you don't. They didn't mention anything about the curriculum. The curriculum. Okay, you can find about school clubs from this prospectus. True or false?
True.
True. Okay, you can find out the extracurricular activity. Okay, so this is what scheming and scanning is about. You look through quickly and then you can answer the questions fast because when you go to Form 4 and Form 5, the questions that you face will be longer. That is not like these simple questions. So sometimes you have to scheme and scan. Okay, now I will show you some examples. Now, okay, skip. Okay. Now I know where to find the question. The questions are in this link. Okay, so I think, wait, let me open my slides. Okay, wait for a moment. Let me share that screen. Okay, so these are the questions. Okay, so this is also an objective question, but it's longer. So let's see who can get the answer. So Robinson is known as the following except, is it the brother, an American, an NBA player, or the best player in team?
B. An American.
Are you sure? Look carefully. Scan.
Brother.
Brother.
No,
Yeah.
an American.
Oh, except.
B. An American.
An American? Okay.
NBA player.
D lah teacher D.
B. No, B is not the answer. Look carefully.
D.
B.
D.
The best player.
in team.
Okay, let's scan. Brother. Which line tells you about he's a brother? This line. Himself and his sister, right? Next, an American. How do you know that he's an American? he joined this. He is the
All
what?
American.
First team All-American. So he is, of course, an American. An NBA player. Where do you mention that he is an NBA player?
NCAA approved
Yes,
education fund. Robinson will be the top pick
Top
in
pick
June
in
NBA. NBA
Well,
player
Will
selection.
be. What is the meaning of will be?
He's gonna be.
So is he?
Didn't happen yet.
Is he an NBA player already?
No.
Oh,
No. So best player in the team, of course. Best player in the team.
Wow.
Okay. So this is what we call as. Okay, let me move on to question. Some few more questions. Okay. This is one more. This is a news article.
Basketball star.
basketball star.
Basketball star.
Architect. Bukan. Set.
No.
Architect kan?
Okay. So what are your answers?
Oh my god.
Bukan.
Not basketball star.
Architect lah. Architect.
No, not architect.
No.
YouTube sensation kan?
Carefully the question.
No, it's not
YouTube
YouTube.
sensation. Because
Sure, I think so. It's YouTube sensation. Confirm A punya. Confirm A.
No.
Why architect?
Because he's working in day.
Usually your occupation is what you do in a day.
Tapi nama kampung girl tu Hong Yi ke?
Yes.
But it said is one of the 2 Malaysian speakers at the 3-day EG conference in Monterey, California.
Is
Maksud
that
dia?
Is that her main occupation?
No.
See lah.
YouTube sensation. Si architect.
Architect.
Let's just accept, right?
Tak boleh lah.
Dah ada jawapan ke sih? Hello?
Okay, look carefully.
So what is a YouTube sensation?
PewDiePie.
Like
So it's like YouTuber like that lah.
No, become very very famous in YouTube lah.
Yeah,
Like
somebody,
PewDiePie.
who is famous. Okay? How about this? This is a poem.
Can say already the answer.
Okay, what is your answer?
B.
B.
Kalau tak bukan B kan.
How do you know?
Because I saw a bat asleep on his bed and old socks
Okay,
on the wall.
yeah, correct. So bad is correct.
And after that a closet.
closet also.
Closet mana? Dekat dining room, living room, classroom. Classroom boleh ke? Closet. Closet.
Okay, so now you know.
TV je. TV can ah?
Why not?
Some room got.
But TV living room ada.
Why can't I have a TV
Master room also got
in the
mah.
bedroom?
But it's normally in the living room, right?
I can have it in my room. Okay. Look at the last question.
Ramli. Teacher, C or D? I don't know. C or D?
Enthusiastic.
C or D? I don't know.
Sing.
Sure, what's
It's like bersemangat lah.
But this dialogue describes something negative like that.
No, it's actually positive. So maybe C or D.
What is as skin as mustard?
So what is the meaning of key?
I don't know.
Key means something new. New.
Teacher, that's one of the reason he was hired. It's a positive thing, right? So that you can. It can't be careful or ambitious, I think.
So I think it's ambitious.
Ambitious.
I told you C or D.
Teacher, what is enthusiastic?
Means when you do something that you like. Okay,
It's like very like happy, right? Macam bersemangat bersemangat.
Itu orang tulis ke?
Ada lagi?
one last question.
Okay, je. Which of the following statement?
So small.
D.
Dadu. D.
DDFS.
Why?
Because it says that Fontes can produce 0.5 liter of water in an hour.
Sure, Fontes is a device, right? Not a name. Not a person name.
The device name.
It's a device name. Now, everyone, go back. Now you can.
Can't hear anything.
The thing is echoing.
No, I can't hear anything. Terus.
Yeah, same.
Teacher's like talking.
Teacher, are you there?
Sure, we can't hear you.
Teacher, just start
First time Kanu's talking something that is correct, you know.
Oh, okay,
First
okay.
time.
Ja.
Actually,
What? Aku dah ajak kan, tak mai. Takut. Weh, awak semua on the leave.